Alrighty, hello everyone again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls who like girls and girls who like boys. We are going to be here with another game of Dota 2, game number 2 coming up, of Friends, 4 Friends and Chrillee versus DreamTeam168. This is going to be Beijing casting, and once again, I'm going to be joined by Gucha.
Indeed you are, and well, I'm probably expecting 4FC to go for maybe something a bit more standard than a Clockwork support at the moment. For this game at least, try to tie up the series 1-1, and actually so many games in the JDL end up as 1-1 because of the format of just people adjusting to the first game drafts. And well, Dream Team banning out the Mirana, of course, they had huge success with it themselves last time around, but them having the first pick, I guess they're maybe angling for a Batrider for themselves, and they don't want to give away the Mirana in return.
Yeah, as in that Mirana, she is one of the most picked heroes currently in the scene for a reason. And that reason is, you know, we just saw how many times she took out that Weaver, how many times they worked together that Shadow Demon and basically destroyed that top lane.
Yeah, that was indeed just complete destruction. I mean, at the first they took 3 arrow disruption combinations to actually get the first blood, but that all happened within like minute and a half or so. So they did it pretty fast, nevertheless. And of course, you don't want to play up against that. And 4FC they ban out the Doom, so that makes me think that maybe they're wanting to go for something like an Ember Spirit.
Yeah, there is still that Ember Spirit available, or the slightly less common variants on that. You've got the Storm Spirit, or even the Puck again. The Puck did do some actually pretty good damage. It just sadly there weren't anything to really follow up with that nice ultimate play.
Yeah, it very well might be that hero getting picked up. Like anything, Storm Spirit, Puck, like said, Ember Spirit, maybe even... God, completely blanking out at the moment, but those 3 heroes definitely don't want to get Doom. But Ancient Apparition, actually, by Dream Team, that's a hero that either has huge success or is completely useless, pretty much. If he doesn't get the early levels, he's not gonna be a factor at all in the game.
Yeah, as in Ancient Apparition is one of those heroes that, although he's generally played in that 5th position, when you get that, if you can get some farm on him, if you can get that Aegis, if you can get that very, very fast, Aegis ability that upgrades his ultimate so amazingly, he can be huge amounts of damage in a team fight. And we are talking team fight. We see now it's 4 Friends and Chrillee turn to push as they've got Lycan and Dazzle. A huge, amazing combination coming out there.
Yeah, that's actually really hard to stop that combination, and even earlier on, Lycan summoning the wolves actually gives extra damage with the Dazzle Shadow Wave if it bounces off the wolves. So that in itself is pretty nice. Of course, the Dazzle Weave helps against pushing with the plus armor for your own team, as well as just team fighting with the minus armor on the enemy. Although it's kind of scary to actually push into the Tidehunter as well as the AA if they have their ultimates up. Because if you push, you usually group up at least just a little bit. So the Ice Blast is more likely to hit, as is the Tidehunter's Ravage. So for FC, they're gonna have to be pretty smart about their pushing.
Yeah, as in, although it is worth noting they are on the Radiant side, which is a little bit interesting as to why Dream Team didn't ban out that Lycan. Because obviously a Lycan on the Radiant side effectively gets free Roshans. It is very hard to stop if you're on the Dire side, as you just don't have that Roshan advantage.
Well, yeah, I mean, being Dire with the Lycan, getting the Rosh advantage like that, it's pretty damn good for them. And Dazzle can go for a Medallion of Courage as well early on, if they really want to get it even faster. Usually Lycan just goes for Vlad's, Power Threads and Medallion and easy Rosh. But I mean, for FC they could go for some more push, or actually they themselves ban out both the Pagna as well as the Death Prophet. So maybe Lycan is most of their push, unless they go for a Nature's Prophet now.
Yeah, so this pick is actually going to be pretty huge for 4FC. This pick is going to be, do they completely commit to this pushing strategy right now within an additional pusher, like you said, the Nature's Prophet, maybe even a Shadow Shaman support? Or do they go for a more standard pick? Do they hedge their bets? Do they give themselves maybe a little bit more team fight, a little bit more a ganking, early game ganking ability?
Yeah, they could go for some early game as well, or just some massive team fight, I guess. Something like a Darkseer, maybe as an offlaner as well.
As
And
it,
on top of the Darkseer, I'm not even too sure, but they pick up a Wraith King, and by the looks of it at the moment, I'd have to say a support one.
yeah,
But
I do agree with that. And Wraith King support is pretty good with a Lycan. You gotta remember that's free crit damage and free
lifesteal.
lifesteal. As in, that's pretty huge on a Lycan who doesn't, although he usually picks up something like a Vanguard, you'll never say no to additional, auras and buff supports.
Yeah, the Wraith King is pretty nice against the Ancient Apparition as well as the Tidehunter. I mean, he doesn't really care if he gets hit by those ultimates. He's just going to reincarnate, slow everybody down, and come back anyway. And actually, the Wraithfire Blast is one of the strongest stuns in the game. It follows you pretty nicely. It has decent range, 2 seconds stun duration, plus you have a 20% slow for 2 seconds after it. And they actually do go for a Darkseer at the moment. So are they going to go for something funky like the Kanka in the mid lane? Especially against the Tidehunter, as there's a bit of a history between those two heroes.
I would say that I wouldn't be that fond of them picking up a Conqueror in the mid lane, just because it's so much melee. It's so much melee against an Ancient Apparition and a Tidehunter, especially if they want to go start pushing, that it can come back to bite them if they start trying to force these team fights.
That is definitely one possibility, especially if you have to go up against a Tidehunter who can just anchor smash all of you. But I mean, if they want to go for some mass team fight, I mean, otherwise, the Darkseer pick actually doesn't make too much sense to me if they just don't go for any sort of AoE.
Yes, and they are going to need some kind of AoE to. They've got the Lycan, they've got the Dazzle for that, maybe the Lycan for the split pushing and the just single target damage. The Dazzle and the Wraith King for the sustainability and the individual stuns. Now they need something to combo in with that Darkseer. But we do see that there's an Axe, and this Axe is a perfect pickup against this team. Because just look at this team. You've got a Lycan who needs to go in close. You've got a Wraith King who needs to go in close. You've got a Darkseer who generally needs to go in close. This is going to be a very bunched up team on 4FC, and Axe destroys bunched up teams.
Yeah, Axe overall is pretty damn annoying to play up against, and the one thing, of course, is that the Culling Blade actually does not care at all about the shallow grave of the Dazzle. So you can just Culling Blade your way through the shallow grave anyway. That's really one of the strongest things in countering the Dazzle. And of course, like you said, with the melee heroes by 4FC, Axe probably will get those spins and just get the multi-man Berserker's Call.
Yeah, and that's Axe. We have seen him in the past, time and time again, especially as he's one of the more newer heroes that gets overlooked in terms of power. We have seen him time and time again do huge amounts of damage to teams. As it is worth noting that 4FC right now took so much time picking their third hero and deciding on what they wanted to do with their strategy that they're a little bit stuck right now for time, as they're forced to pick up the Leshrac in the last moment.
I think it's gonna be Lycan mid with Wraith King, Dazzle, Leshrac, tri-lane, and Darkseer on either solo safe lane or solo off lane.
Yeah, as in, with this Leshrac pickup, I do agree with it, as in it's a very nice stun, a lot of AoE damage to come in with that Darkseer, and even the Dazzle works well with the Leshrac, as in, you can get very, very low on this hugely damaging hero, pop the grave off, and he's got 5 more seconds of his AoE ultimate, of his Edict.
Yeah, that's pretty nice for him, and the Wraith King is a pretty nice setup as well inside the tri-lane with the Wraithfire Blast for an easy split turf. So that's a 4-second stun or so. Plus, like you said, that's actually quite a lot of magic damage coming out as well by the Leshrac straight away. Even the Lightning Storm now is pretty nice and slows people for 0.5 seconds.
Yeah, and I've actually seen that most Leshracs nowadays, the usual build is actually build that Lightning Storm first, just because of how good it's turned into. As it allows you to set up for your stun and do a whole bunch of other stuff.
It's definitely possible. And well, Dream Team, 5th year about to come out. They have their 2 supports, have an offlaner, and I guess a tri-lane carry with the Axe. So they do need themselves a mid laner unless they really think the Lycan is going to be mid as well and send the Axe or Tide there. So I actually have no idea what they could go for to actually counter 4FC. I mean, at the moment, they heavily lack late game. Like last time, they had some with the Mirana, and even the Death Prophet can actually do quite a lot of damage even in late game with the Exorcism. But at the moment, like, if this gets past the 25-30 minute mark, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, as in the 4FC right now, we see, unless, Axe gets off to an amazing snowbally start, and even then, Axe is one of those heroes that he's amazing early game, but he just drops off so hard once you hit that 30, 40 minute mark. That but Dream Team are going to have to finish this and finish this quickly, unless they pick an anti-mage.
Yeah, unless they get anti-mage, indeed. And I mean, I guess it works out with their supports and everything they have. And actually, the range now, or the radius of the anti-mage ultimate at the moment, it's just huge and it's ridiculous. And of course, the Darkseer has a huge mana pool, and he also uses a lot of it himself, as does the Leshrac. They just have spells that take so much mana. So anti-mage, even without his own mana drain, he's probably likely to get a massive mana void.
Yes, and it is also worth noting that his mana break, it does counter Wraith King pretty hard. He doesn't have a lot of mana, and the little bit of mana he does have, he needs 140 of that for his reincarnation to come back up, and anti-mage hits him a few times after he's used a stun, and that could be goodbye to that ultimate.
Yeah, it's a really nice pickup, to be honest, by Dreamtime. I think they were like debating on whether to go for it because almost nobody at least picks an anti-mage these days. But against the lineup of 4FC, I think it's pretty damn strong. I guess early on, the Wraith King as well as the Leshrac combo might be a bit scary against him. But actually looks like I was wrong with the lanes, by the looks of it, because Boomski, he's playing the support for them, up on the Wraith King. Strangby is going to actually head towards the safe lane on the Leshrac, leaving Yushi to just hang around anywhere on the Dazzle, wherever he's wanted. With Eros Loco, well, I guess he's going to be going mid lane, at least on the Lycan after all, leaving Chrillee on the off-lane Darkseer.
So, we are going to be here. In fact, I was going to do the introductions, but we might be seeing a bit of action, as we do have the Leshrac going up against this Axe. It is going to be a tri-lane versus tri-lane situation, and this is where all the action is going to happen. And I'm not sure who I'd consider the favourite of this tri-lane. Both these two teams have huge amounts of initiation, but 4FC are going to be in a bit of trouble right now. They don't know that these two players here. They might be thinking this is an off-lane Axe.
Yeah, oh god.
Boomski's setting up as if it's for a kill. And he's going to be in so much trouble. All he needs is a lift. The stun comes out. But now, they get the lift onto Leshrac. This might be a dead horse centaur thing, but he is trying to get away. Just a few more right clicks, a few more bits of damage, and he will survive.
Well, I do have to say Dreamtime misplayed this. They didn't really talk about who to go for, because Afterlife, first he started running after the Wraith King. If he had gone for the Leshrac straight away, I think they would have easily gotten the kill. They only needed like 1 or 2 extra right clicks with the Chilling Touch damage. So, some miscommunication, and well, no first blood yet.
We do see the Dazzle being able to pick up that Illusion Rune. Dazzle's going to be going back in what looks like it's going to be a dual lane here on middle. Going to be a Darkseer plus... Oh. Or not, in fact, just going to be a Darkseer versus a Tidehunter, and that's actually a pretty good matchup coming out for a Darkseer. That Tidehunter, his Anchor Smash, doesn't really do that much against the huge amount of damage that Iron Shell can emit.
Yeah, and actually it's really funny because both of those two heroes, they usually just completely rape enemy melee heroes.
We see a smoke gank coming out though. We see this could be pretty bad onto Chrillee. He does smell that something is wrong. He gets out of the ASAP, but is the lift going to come out? Can the telekinesis pick him up? No, he can't. In fact, I think he's slightly faster than the Rubik, yet by 10 movement points. That's going to be a failed smoke and a failed gank.
Yeah, and because of it, that actually means that Afterlife gets less done on the top lane Axe now as well. So those rotations, unless they get some kills now bottom lane, they have been just a huge waste.
Yeah, we do see that these rotating supports aren't getting anything done, especially with that wall.
They're going on Axe though, they're just chasing him down. There's the slow from the Lightning Storm, oh my god.
And they pick up the Axe right now. They just need one more stun. That mana regen coming out from Boomski. If they can pick up one more stun, that's all they're going to need. A few more moments. Can he? The stun's surely going to come out now. This is surely going to be death, along with that Split Earth. And this might be first blood. Going for that to Leshrac. Always a nice hero to pick that up on. That's going to be first blood for FC. A very good start after losing their first game.
I think Afterlife maybe should have turned around, smacked. Oh god, mid lane. Never mind. Darkshire searches away as well. Was taking some tower harassment, but both mid laners dropping really damn low. Either of them actually have the bottle yet. I guess Tidehunter just got his. Oh no, never mind. Oh, just used it and sent it back straight away. But yeah, I think the axe should have smacked the Wraith King once to stop the clarity from actually being in effect. That way, he probably would have been able to run away.
I think you did notice there that a very nice play by, or at least smart play by Wraith King, was that he didn't actually go in for the right click damage. He had several opportunities to do so, but he realised that every single time he did that, he was risking the Helix coming out and just...
Oh, they're going bottom lane on Eris Loco.
See the Loco could be in a lot of trouble right now. The right click coming out from Anti-Mage. The Grave is going to save him last minute though. He's going to be fine, and this might be a counter coming out. PGG going to be in so much trouble. The right clicks not going to be good enough though. As everyone's just taking huge amounts of damage, but not quite going down. As we started out in the tri-lane versus tri-lane situation up here on top, and now we've gone to tri-lane versus tri-lane on bottom with two completely different tri-lanes.
Yeah, it's probably Leshrac by now. He should be able to just handle the axe solo as well. It might be a little bit annoying because the levels are actually pretty much even. Axe only half a level, a little bit less behind. So the axe, he should be fine. He's actually holding on to one skill point at the moment, whether to actually decide if to go for Berserker's Call or Battle Hunger. But I think Berserker's Call might be better. Strangby, he should be able to get those last hits pretty easily with the Lightning Storm.
In the meantime, we do see that the Anti-Mage takes a huge amount of damage from that healing wave. Just look at that Wolves plus healing wave combo, and Anti-Mage just melts. He's going to be fine though, reaching up with some tangos.
Well, he should be fine as well. He has to blink out. I mean, on this bottom lane, all he has to actually care about is Boomski with his Brave Fire Blast. And oh, he's coming in from the side, but Wraith King completely out of mana. No stun for him, and that's the power of the Anti-Mage coming out already. Only level 2 mana break, but just hit him once or twice, and Wraith King can only cast one Brave Fire Blast.
Worth noting, there was a very nice play there coming out from Lycan, stopping that double pull coming out, meaning that all this lovely, lovely creep experience is going to get towards them.
Always nice to see some excellent micro coming out. Usually most players, they just even don't care about it all that much or don't use them to its full effect, but nice to see that they are doing so. And just look at Afterlife. He's between tier 3 and tier 2 towers creep skipping.
He's just playing so... In fact, oh no, we're talking about different players right now, as Dogs here is also doing the same.
Oh, indeed he is. He takes a lot of punishment, and Dax actually is able to make his way out. Wraith King was trying to rotate in as well. So that leaves Eris Loka and Yushi down to the bottom lane, but Yushi actually out of mana on the Dazzle. Oh, there's telekinesis.
This should be an easy kill coming out on Juicy. And that is going to be a kill. 1-1. Dream Team finally respond back, and this is a huge creep wave coming in. And I don't really think that Lycan can do anything. The jumping comes out from Axe. They're going to take out the Lycan as well. Huge kills coming out there. Sadly, this creep wave is going to mostly be wasted, as it is going to hit that tier 2 tower rather than tier 1. But still, 2 kills coming out, nothing in return. They're even going to get a little bit of tower damage. That's going pretty successful.
I think it's safe to say that it's going pretty well for Dreamtime at the moment, and even the Axe helping out with that kill, of course. He's not getting that much farm, whereas Leshrac sitting on 24 and 10. And last hit wise, actually, Darkshire is the leaderboard, on top of the leaderboard with 35 and 5. Actually, I really thought Anti-Mage is going to farm maybe a little bit better. Then again, he has been part of 2 kills as well. But oh, mid lane, they're going on Eris Loco.
Yeah, we do see that Lycan once again goes down. He tried to go farm mid, but this Axe is just there wherever Lycan's trying to farm, and being his bane. As though Afterlife may have gone a little bit too aggressive. The stun's going to come out. He goes up for the Berserker Call, gets 2. Can he get the Helixes off? He gets huge amounts of damage, but the Grave is going to save him.
At the first, I mean, he didn't get any spins almost. He had an entire creep wave plus 2 heroes sitting away at him. And just as the Berserker's Call ended, he got 2 spins. I mean, he only needed one more, like a millisecond earlier. The Shallow Grave, it was so clutch for them. Oh, they're going top lane on Strangby though.
Yeah, we have a haste rain rune on the ZXC, as we do see Leshrac going to be initiated onto. But in fact, look at him going for the kill right now. He cancelled off his TP, wants to get a second one. He won't be able to do so though. Trading his life for that Ancient Apparition, probably not worth it. And in fact, we do see the Eudoxia doing huge amounts of damage right there. Nice creep blocking, and that should be another kill.
Well, I mean, I guess it was somewhat worth it, although if he had not wasted the TP, it would have been a lot better. That's 135 mana down the drain, and now he actually has to run to the lane instead of TP there the fast way. So, I mean, if he didn't go for the TP at all and just tried to go for the kill, it would have been worth it, because now he could have just come in back with the Diabolic Edict and go for the tier 1.
Yeah. It did work out in the end, though, getting a 2-for-1 with that Doxia coming in to clean up.
And well, they get the tower after all anyway, so yeah, in the end, hindsight 2020, and I mean, it, 4FC as well as DT, they're both looking pretty strong, to be honest, at the moment. It's 4 and 4, I have no idea which one actually has the bigger advantage at the moment.
Well, I can tell you, in terms of experiences, 1K slightly in favor of DT, while 4FC has the gold lead, so basically, and that's only 1K at the moment themselves, so at the moment, this game is anyone's to take. Both these two teams, unlike the last moment we saw that Weaver got shut down, the offlane didn't really get a lot of farm, and everything else kind of went wrong for 4FC. In this game, what we're seeing is that both these two teams are executing what they want to do. Both the two teams are playing their own game, and you see a smoke coming out from 4FC. They're going for a gank onto middle. Tidehunter could be in huge amounts of trouble. If that stun comes out, this is surely going to be a very, very dead Tide. So he is pretty tanky right now, but he's not that tanky. Trying to get out of there. The Kraken Shell will allow him to run away a little bit, but it's only a fleeting glimpse of hope.
I think he actually wanted to go for the Ravage, although the Vacuum came out at the exact right moment to stop it. Although, if 4FC had known that there were no heroes close by at all for Dream Team, I think they would have even let him Ravage and put it on cooldown, but oh, the Ice Blast is flying mid.
Gonna be pretty good. It is only a level 1 Ice Blast though. Not going to be enough to get any kills. And it looks like we are seeing more initiation coming out from Boomski. Boomski doing huge amounts of damage there. And just a few more right clicks, using the Iron Shell as well. Wraith King picks up Rubik, but it is going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Axe getting that slam dunk. Falling Michael Jordan. You see the Jordan, as we see the surge. Let's Doxia get away from that Culling Blade boost of speed. It's one of the few things that people don't realise. That when you do get a kill with that ultimate, you do get a speed bonus of 40%.
Yeah, it's pretty damn ridiculous if you ask me, to be honest. Oh, Nubik takes so much damage from only one Lightning Storm. He actually blinks back, you know, I think that was a huge mistake. Then another Lightning Storm and Brave Fire Blast. Oh, will they follow up? Or Splitter, yes, will get a kill.
Yeah, we hear reports coming out.
I mean, he really just blinked back in. I think that was a misclick. I'm not sure if he just clicked on the minimap by accident, or don't ask me.
I guess it happens to the best of us, or maybe even just thinking at the time that maybe you could get a kill on that low mana Leshrac, but it just wasn't going to happen. As you see that Diabolic Edict, it's only level 1 though, but it still does a lot of damage.
Oh, the fights at Exceed.
And we do see the ultimate coming out. It's going to do a lot of damage to Boomski. Boomski, can they pop him? Can they get that AA shatter?
Well, he has the Reincarnation, unless he gets mana drained completely by Nubik.
As it looks like he would be able to get away live. Although we do see the right click coming in, and not going to be enough to get away. And Nubik's in fact taking a whole bunch of damage. The stun might come out. This might be a dead AA. Or anti-mage. That's going to be another one. And now Rubik's on the racing away. And now it's going to be Wraith King, the one on the prowl. Looking for that stun. Just trying to get in range. And the creep block is going to give it him.
Oh, his own creeps just completely screwing him over. Those traitors. How dare they? And actually, in the meantime, Chrillee as well as Yushi, they're going for the mid tier 1 tower. And Eris Loco, actually, he's in a bit of a trouble. Afterlife is trying to chase him down, but Eris Loco, he's going to TP away safely. Although, ZXC in the mid lane.
Going to get the Ravage off. Probably just making it so Chrillee doesn't want to go in any further. It's going to be 5-9 as 4FC take a pretty nice lead in terms of kills and get that middle tier 1 and top tier 1 tower. In fact, if we have a quick look at the graphs now, we do see that the experience has gone in favor of 4XC for the first time in the game, while the gold is 3k in their favor. 4FC, they're starting to take the advantage. They're starting to use that momentum they have. And this is not good for a DT, considering the fact that they're the ones who have the earlier game team. As we do see another kill coming out from Leshrac. This could be a Tidehunter also going down, but the Ravage is good. They might be able to pick up 2 right here. The Shallow Grave, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Not with that Shatter. As he will eventually shatter. AA taking him out, but TideHunter may give his life because of it. Surge, can Chrillee taking him out. The XE might be in a lot of trouble. They just need one vacuum. But he does get slowed down. The Gush saving TideHunter's life. While that's happening.
That was way too close. And well, Afterlife got the kill on Lycan on top lane as well. So it's worth it, especially if he gets the tier 1 tower as well. But oh, bottom lane, Nubik, he might be in trouble. He came back, but he was a little bit too opportunistic there. And oh, there's the vacuum to start things out with.
Just blink out though. Getting away, but I will say that the Santi-Mage just played a little bit too aggressive at times. I understand that what he's trying to do is trying to stop this early game, push coming up for 4FC, but he is one of those heroes that doesn't need to farm. He does need those levels or not to die. And he's already got 3 deaths, 0 kills and 2 assists. And there may be another death.
One more.
As we see Nubik, he's trying to get away. He's going to jump in the trees. This should be an easy escape for him if he plays it correctly. But he's going to get vacuumed out. Blinks away. The slow comes out. This could be a kill. Lovely stuff coming out from Leshrac. Gets the split earth.
These are some sexy plays coming out by the Leshrac. Just 4-stepping around. Of course, the surge as well by Chrillee. And the lightning storm really coming into play, allowing him to hit those split earth. And even mid lane now, he's just harassing them out. But oh, Edge. He got himself the split earth steal, and he doesn't have the stun delay on the Rubik, so it's actually one of the best spells to steal.
The Axe is going to be going in against his Doxia, trapping him near this tower, but at the same time, Axe is taking a whole bunch of damage. This could actually be a kill onto Axe. Yes, it will be!
Oh, God. Well, they still might get a few kills.
Well, Doxia is going to be getting out there, but this Dazzler is going to be the sacrificial lamb in order to protect his core. That's going to be 8 as well.
Well, I mean, 4 deaths up on the anti-mage, 14 minutes in, just having power threads, poor man's shield, and a ring of health. That's not where you usually want your anti-mage to be at. If his Battle Fury gets delayed greatly, I mean, I guess Ares Loco got shut down pretty damn hard as well on the Lycan, so it's even in that regard. But Lycan, he gets back into the game a little bit faster once he actually finishes up the Vladimir's offering. And it wouldn't surprise me if they went for a Roche fast. And actually, look at Boomski's item. He went for a Hand of Midas on the Wraith King.
Interesting item for a support Wraith King.
I guess he just wants to be able to transition into somewhat of a damage. And of course, it's really crucial for Wraith Kings to get levels. And it's even harder if you're a support Wraith King. So the Hand of Midas will be able to get you at least at level 11.
Look at that stun coming out from Leshrac. Leshrac hit a naked stun there onto a Lycan who was dodging all around with his ultimate, and that's going to be not only the ultimate pops, but Lycan goes down. Lovely initiation there.
I guess that's the Rubik's 0 delay split earth coming into play there.
Yep.
2 second stun, just completely randomly anywhere in an AoE as well. And Nubik, he was trying to farm up bottom as well, but is forced to just sit in the trees and do absolutely nothing. But I guess Eros Loco down. I really would want to see him just pick up a Medallion of Courage and sneak Roche solo.
You see Leshrac, he misses his stun. Nubik's going to jump into the trees. And that's so close to giving him vision. And just look at that damage. Anti-Mage gets destroyed.
And, well, I don't know why. I just don't know why, but he actually has 0 points in Spell Shield. I have never seen that happen. Especially against a carry or core Leshrac.
That is actually very interesting, worth noting.
Oh, they're going on Eris Loco again top though.
And maybe a tier 1 trade, but we do see the TideHunter. He's got his Ravage up. He's just continually getting stunned, but he will eventually get it out. Surely soon. In fact, he may be in a bit of trouble right now. And he's just trying to lead the opposing team away from his carry. But Axe is coming back in. The Ravage comes out. Axe goes in for more kills. The Battle Hunger doing a lot of damage onto Doxia, but at the same time, Axe desperately trying to get out there. The Helix just not popping enough. He does have his ultimate up, but it looks like he's going to go down eventually. Worth noting, while this happened, the Dazzle and TideHunter both went out.
Yeah, it's really weird actually that 4FC didn't get Afterlife. The Wolves, he was trying to body block with them really bad. Instead of just maybe right-clicking once with the Wolf to disable the Blink Dagger, the Wraith Fire Blast would have hit if that was the case, but I guess just some split second decisions. Of course, it's way easier for us casters to just sit here like, oh, he should have done that. We see the entire map, we know everything.
Oh yes, as in, it is, you know, we know what's happening. We know that there were 4 players there and nobody was coming in from Dream Team to help. But
Actually, one thing worth noting out, of course, at the moment is that Rubik getting the kill onto Strength Beast Leshrac, he ended the unstoppable streak, so he got 800 gold for it.
gave him an urn, it looks like. Urnin. More wards.
Yay.
Wards. The late game carry item. You carry via mini-map hacks.
Yeah, it's best wards win games. Oh, there's some fighting going on mid lane. Ice Blast as well.
You see the ultimate coming out and a lovely Berserker coming out from Axe. The stun even missing him. He takes down that Dox here, removing that killing spree, getting himself 500 gold. But we do see 4FC looking for more damage. All these supports are so low. A little bit more right click, but the Rubik steals the ultimate.
Oh, what a cute little wolf.
As he doesn't even get telekinesis. He's a magic wolf. As you see, Tidals, he doesn't have his Ravage anymore. Just going in for those Tide Smashers. Left right, he is going to get graved up. Trying to get out there, using the Force Staff. And he should be more than fine. Wraith King, though, I'm not going to say the same about him. He doesn't even have enough mana for the... Well, now he does. Barely at the last moment. He will get popped out, but that ultimate's going to pop. Slowing down the rest of the people on the team, but it isn't going to be enough. He's surely going to go down for a second time. And well, unless Dazzle has something to say about it. As the Shallow Grave is going to come out. But so does the Axe ultimate.
Well, they're just going way too deep, although Chrillee, he still brings that Exilo. Finally, Niobe comes in though on the anti-mage, and Chrillee just forced to back off at another dunk in the background. 4FC, well, they had an advantage. Not as big anymore though.
Yeah, I just feel that they were trying too hard to make something happen. They just stayed there a bit too long. Especially that Dazzle, who he shouldn't have been in that area. Should have realised that Wraith King was dead and there's very little he could have done with it. Especially with that Shallow Grave not being taken into account with a Axe ultimate. An Axe has no time for petty trifles like a Shallow Grave.
Well, speaking of Axe, he just went down. Chrillee actually ended his dominating streak all of a sudden. And are they really finally going into Roche? 19 minutes in, I mean, they're really missing some extra gold as well as some items. Especially the Leshrac actually could use the Aegis, because the Leshrac can spam out his spells so damn much anyway. It's like a Storm Spirit, get the Aegis and just double the spells.
Worth noting though, they do have a ward. They do know this is going on. I'm not sure that Dream Team could do anything to stop it, but they do know it's happening. It's worth noting they don't have any minus armor, meaning this is a little bit of a slower Roche than you might expect.
Yeah, they don't have the medallion and oh, the Frostblast, this might be huge. They have
Hits
the Ravage
3 players,
as well.
and the Ravage comes out. They might be able to steal this Roshan. Huge amount of damage coming out. 4FC get destroyed. Only Lycan survives with that Shallow Grave, and that's not going to be for long, surely. He does get away with that ultimate, but we're just seeing the instant buybacks coming out, but Dazzle also going down. This is a huge devastation for 4FC, but Doxy is looking to bring things around, turn things around. He brought back. He wants to get a nice vacuum off, getting some nice Iron Shell damage. There's going to be another 1-for-1 trade. Rubik going down in favour of 4A Leshrac, and that's not in favour of 4FC right there. And once again, 4FC, they're going to be forced back. The A ultimate, he is going to hit Chrillee right there. Lovely stuff. He may even pop. Yes, he will. PGG on point right there. Getting that first ultimate, hitting the second one, and now the Roshan are the spoils for the victor.
Oh god, after this Roche, after the graphs update them, we're just gonna see a huge turnaround. 4FC, I mean, they used two buybacks.
7, that team fight gave DT 9k experience in their favor.
Yeah, it was, well, I guess it was 2 team fights with the Axe dunking around in the mid lane as well before that, but yeah, that's
and
pretty
about the
damn
same
ridiculous.
In gold. As in, they're now ahead.
4FC throws at its finest.
And I feel that 4FC, I understand their thinking, as in they gave up the buybacks. They gave up the buybacks, so they had to try and do something with it. But at the same time, they ran into a very small enclosed space against a team fight team.
Yeah, and actually we can also see the weakness of the Leshrac coming into play. And that's him being that damn squishy. Even with the Ogre Club, he's sitting at 948 HP. So he's just cannon fodder for them. Oh, Boomski in huge trouble. He has the reincarnation anyway, and oh god, Rubik.
Rubik might be in a bit of trouble right now. He does have the stun, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He does dodge the split earth, but it was just a little bit of annoyance. That's going to be a kill for Leshen. That will be at least something for 4FC.
Well, I think that something isn't going to stay around for long because 7 seconds Ravage. He has the Force Staff as well. Didn't actually go for the Blink Dagger, but Afterlife, he has his Aghanim Scepter on the Axe. So, dunks are plenty.
Axe comes in. He's just nuking down. The Helix comes out. So does the ultimate. Another slam dunk.
Yeah, and actually, with those fights now, Nubik on the Anti-Mage already has...
He wants to go in again. He wants to go in again. He wants another ultimate. Yes, he will.
Oh, God.
More slam dunks in the NBA.
Indeed, I mean, this Axe just on fire, and he's level 15 as well. Imagine him getting that level 3 ultimate, the Culling Blade, with the Aghanims. Oh my freaking god. Yeah,
he's got the Aghanims on it. Decreases cooldown, increases kill threshold. Which means that anyone under 625 points of damage as soon as he gets that level 3. And it's going in again! Going in against Strange Bee, and yet again another slam dunk. This Axe is just running around getting kills. He's no longer playing a MOBA, he's playing a first-person shooter.
Indeed, he is just headshot after headshot. And ZXC mid lane, he has the Ravage as well. Boomski, I think he's just gonna get wrecked.
As we do see that Boomski is in a lot of trouble. His ultimate is down. He's doing a bit of damage over that Iron Shell. I'm gonna have to be a little bit careful, especially with that surge. Either way, though, the Axe is still available. The Axe is still there in the corner. He's still got that Blink Dagger. He's still got his Berserker Call and his ultimate. As we do see that Wraith King, the ultimate is gonna miss. He mistimes it. The hero from Dazzle saving him there.
Well, with the Aghanim Scepter though, it's still a 6-second cooldown anyway. Oh my god, at least Eris Loco managed to kill off PGG in the background. And oh, ZXC really low on HP with Eris Loco. He doesn't have the shapeshift, so not able to hunt the Titan through the number. Oh, mid lane.
Oh, we see Titans are playing aggressive right now against this Lycan. On the mid lane, not very much else happening as the Orc just rotate back. Team fights are happening all over the place, and now see Axis wants to go for another kill. This time against Lesh. Just thinking a little bit too soon. Gets the Battle Hunger off. Can he get the Berserkers? Yes, he can. This is going to be a very dead goat person.
Well, I mean, Leshrac, he's sitting at, let's say, 1k HP. So Afterlife, he only needs to do 400 damage for the Culling Blade to actually come into effect. Because the threshold is now 625 damage. Or health, rather.
He might not be the highest farmer in the game, but look at his kills. 11, 4, and 2.
Oh, wow.
He is having fun, and he wants to go in again! The Battle Hunger! He just can't stop slam dunking.
This certainly looks like GG. Dream Team, they're just so far ahead all of a sudden. I mean, they weren't at some point, but they have so much more momentum going their way, and ZXC has to TP out. And PGG, though, I think, yeah, he's gonna be a casualty of war.
Now we do see that once again, that ancient operation, AA will go down. 4FC picking something up, but while that's happening, the tier 2 is getting taken down by Dream Team. I don't really think they can stop this. If they TP in, they could be in a bit of trouble. As we do see, Wraith King is going to get a nice bit of damage, but the Axe comes in yet again. The ultimate! But this time, the Resurrection is going to come back out. Axe trying to get away. He's taking a whole bunch of damage from Leshrac. But they're kind of focusing both targets at once. He goes in with the Berserker's Call, gets the ultimate at the last moment. Can he get out of there? Surely he can't. But he will do so with a little bit of help from his Rubik. And he wants to jump in again. He's feeling it. He wants more damage. He wants more kills. He's on like no health, but he doesn't care. And finally, the Aegis will get popped. He did so much damage with that, and now he's coming back in again. He blinks forward. He isn't going to get the Berserker Call off. The stuns are going to slow him down for a little bit. The Ravage is going to come in from Tide. Might not even need it. And surely the Berserker's Call is going to be coming out in a few moments. Afterlife is taking a bunch of damage. The Ravage will come out. Boomski surely will fall. Yes, he will. Another slam dunk. Another slam dunk. Going for a triple. Can he hit it? Yes, he can.
Oh my god. Oh, godlike triple kill. Afterlife, I mean, this point in time, he feels unstoppable, and oh, he's going for more. Eris Loco might be the next target for him. Oh, the TP out will be there.
He just doesn't have enough damage though to do that, but either way, he's 16-4-2. So many slam dunks.
And the funny thing is, even though he's getting all of the slam dunks, he is not getting that much gold because Nubik, I mean, he was so poor on the anti-mage. Suddenly, Manta style, Vladimir's offering Battle Fury 27 minutes in. That's not too shabby at all. He even gets the tier 3 tower on top. And just the anti-mage, as well as the axe now, I think they really are unstoppable.
He has forced to pop both his BKB and his ultimate to get out of there. And this surely should be free Rax. And where's Axe? Axe isn't even here in this teamfight. He was picking up his casual heart.
Well, I guess always nice to be a little bit more tanky, and I guess at the start of the draft you were like, why did they give away the Lycan? I guess they just don't care about it.
Yep. Not when you've got an Axe who can just slam dunk everyone.
And actually the Ice Blast hit as well. It was an Aghanim's Axe.
You see Lycan, maybe in a bit of trouble right now. Just a little bit more damage and you will pop. Anti-Mage getting even more kills. This is going to be 2 more kills, and Boomski trying to do anything against his Tide, but even Tide right now is pretty tanky. 1.K7 health, and the slam dunks are now coming out. This should be a very dead Wraith King. And is Axe confirmed for Space Jam 2?
I think so. I mean, I think he would just win there any day, any time.
He literally just turned up, hits Dazzle once there, and got the ultimate off. The GG well play is going to get called out. And that is going to be a very fun Axe to watch. In fact, I think that's the best Axe I've seen in competitive play so far.
Yeah, I think so. Oh god, those dunks. I mean, 19 kills, and I think at least like 16 out of those were dunks.
Yeah. So that is going to be our second game. Sadly, 4FC went down 2-0. This has been Banesheet casting with Kucha here on Heflatv 2. And I thank everyone for watching.